Welcome everyone to Gran Turismo 3 Prize Car Challenge Series. And last time out, you guys watched me get all the necessary license for this. I actually had to go back and watch that video a little bit to remember where I was last time out. So yeah, we are here in Gran Turismo 3 once again. We got all the license we'll need for this entire playthrough, I believe, all the way up to the end of the IA. So obviously these two are probably not going to be necessary for this playthrough. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's see what we can do first. I want to see what we can do because I am lost on what we can do. Obviously, our focus is on these two leagues, beginner and amateur. We haven't done a thing in the amateur league just yet. So yeah, I got to figure out what exactly is the best points of challenge from here. As I feel like the majority of this, we've done what we can other than the K-Cup. So I guess let's focus on that. We don't have a lot of money, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we're going to try to get this Daihatsu Mira, or Myra, I don't know how it's pronounced, into fighting shape and see what this little K-car can do. Do our handy oil change. It should give us a little bit extra power. I just got done with like a pretty good long session of GT7, so my brain is warmed up. My body might not be ready for these physics, though. I think just to throw people off, we're going to throw some gold wheels on this car. I guess those are, they're kind of goldish. And we're going to do just some basic stuff, because we really don't have the money to throw a ton of power into this car. So we just do kind of basic stuff. That's really not worth the money, obviously, but... man, I should have just spent the money on this. Probably would have gotten a lot more... use out of that. So yeah, that's probably about all we're gonna get to do for right now. The money is very tight. I'm hoping that was enough of a bump in power to at least take some wins here in the K-Cup. So we have 3 races here: Trial Mountain, Super Speedway, and Laguna. Should be a fairly straightforward event. Obviously, I know that the Trial Mountain race is going to be super slow, but we'll make do. And yeah. Hopefully, we'll be able to pull off a win pretty quickly here. Already off to a pretty rough start, as this other Myra here is kind of running away from us a little bit. Luckily, this car, having a couple of bolt-ons is going to help a little bit with keeping close. Hopefully, we'll be able to rebound from that pretty rough race start. I don't know why they chose Trial Mountain as one of the big tracks for this. This is going to be a really lengthy race for a beginner league event. Well, this thing is so slow, it's losing speed on the hill. That is wild. I'm kind of bewildered that I'm not able to really make any moves yet. I gotta rely on, flying through the corners to do that. It's obvious I can beat the AI in the corners here this early in the game. But apparently they have straight line speed that I don't have, and I'm kind of confused on that. Because I should be able to catch up. Oh my gosh, this poor car. See if we can fire out of this corner and catch up a little bit. This is not going well. I may have to rely on some slight trickery to be able to pull this off, because these guys somehow have an advantage over me that I can't seem to bounce past. So we'll try to race clean, but if not, I may have to cut that chicane on lap 2. So far, I'm not even going to podium in this. The slowest race of all time. keep it in fourth and just hope I can gain some speed somewhere. Ah, great. That's wonderful. Yep. That's great. Alright, well, this is where the challenge becomes really challenging, is because the payout is so low, and if I can't even podium in this car, how am I going to be able to get money quickly? Like, there's really not a whole lot of options here. So I honestly don't know what to do right now, because we're out of money. I can't get money quickly, easily, at this point. I don't really have anything that's fast to be able to wreck house and an amateur league event to try and get that dealt with. So, looks like I'm going to have to brainstorm a little bit. These things are so slow. The Mini ran wide. A little bit of a bump there. We're going to have to see. We're going to have to cut the chicane. I don't think it's going to do the trick, though. These guys somehow have straight line speed that I don't have. So, do a little dirty play. And it got me 8th position. That's unfortunate. I'm kind of disappointed in this thing. I 400 credits for that. That's going to get me nothing. Why am I having issues here, out of all places? Like, I fully expected, you know, this series to be, you know, what kind of holds me back, but now I'm kind of just getting my butt handed to me everywhere. I don't even know what my best car would be at this point. The most powerful is the Sylvia, but as we saw, that car isn't the best. The NB is probably the better car, but again, I don't have the money to really do anything with it right now. Let's go peek around a little bit. Let's see what's going on here, because I'm like actually stumped on what to do right now, because there's not really a whole lot I can do right now. Wasn't there a Clubman Cup here? Guess not. So we have the Japanese Championship, but I feel like I'm underpowered for that. Let's see what the grid looks like here, because if this can give us anything good, I'll be grateful for that. Let's see. Yep, we're screwed. This is a sticky spot here. I don't know what to do. I really don't, because I don't want to go and redo events. Let's see, what does the grid look like on these? I just need quick cash, honestly. Yep, screwed. There's really nothing for me to do. Like, I'm really stumped, because it's like all these events are too fast, and there's nothing for me to do that's new here to get credits to win a stupid K-Cup race. Like, does this require domestic cars? It does, of course, and I don't have one because the game's not willing to give me one. What is the... I think this is all rally cars, isn't it? I might be able to beat rally cars. I don't know. I doubt it, considering they make about 300 horsepower in this game, and the Miata, while having a weight advantage, you know, I don't think it's gonna be beating rally. I really don't know what to do, guys. This is a difficulty. I didn't expect to get nuked right off the gate by the the K-Car Cup. It looks like we haven't done the 80s sports car yet, so I am gonna grab the Sylvia. We're gonna do that, I guess, because it looks like that'll be our next, like, the next best thing here. But I don't even get the vents. Not really. That's at least something we can do. How much money is this? So about 2,500 credits a pop. So not a lot, but enough to make a difference here. I was not expecting to get completely walled off by the K-Cup of all things. We should have no issue with this race, though. Because the Sylvia's turned up way good. This R32 might be a bit of a threat here. I think that's just a GTS, though. A GTS-T, I guess. I don't think it'll be a threat. But let's see what we got here. Ep.7 and the AE86. All cars I should have no trouble beating. Like I said, R32 GTS-T might be a threat. It's crazy when you don't put this thing against a 3000 GT. It's actually kind of good. This was one of my favorite corners of GT3 right there. Really wish they would bring this back as a layout for Tokyo Expressway or something in GT7. Along with Special Stage 11. I know I've harped on that a lot in this series. But I just love that track. It's a good track. Challenging, but still good. Net cracked again. I don't know if it caught it that time. Alright. Going into the final lap with a pretty good lead there. About 4-second gap. Not too bad. Man. Alright, coming through to the final few corners here. Is that the Shigino edition? Or Shigino? The initial D guy? Thought I saw Black Hood in that thumbnail. Across the line, a race win for the S13. Didn't get to say that much a couple episodes ago. Yep, it is the Shigino, whichever, however it's pronounced. The initial D car. Alright. Ah, crap, that's not what I wanted to do. I hate when I hit these buttons wrong. Whew. now we are ready to go at Tokyo. See how this goes. 2 laps here of R246. And we are racing. So we got another A86 here, just a red one this time, not the initial D spec. Blue and Amy out. We got our RX-7 here. Should be able to get around it. The Skyline GTST there, and I believe this is probably the Shigino version again, the A86, and it is. Always loved that black hood on this car. I know an Initial D, the whole thing behind. I watched a good bit of Initial D actually. I'm not really the kind of guy to watch anime. It's never really been my thing. I also said Dungeons and Dragons wasn't my thing. I tried that out recently and I actually kind of liked it. So maybe that's something if I gave more time to, I'd find enjoyable. But it's just never really been my thing 100%. But I did watch Initial D and I did like Initial D. So the whole storyline behind the black hood on that car is cool. I never understood it when I was younger. And especially when I watched the first few seasons of Initial D, I was like, where does this black hood come from then? And that's on the car that I saw a lot in GT. And, yeah, now it makes sense. After watching the series a little bit more and, you know, the weight reduction of the carbon hood that they put on that car, which is what that black hood is a really cool touch. I'm kind of missing playing this on the wheel, but honestly, it took so much less time to just plug my Xbox controller up, plug in my headset, and start recording. And honestly, like, I don't know. These older GT games don't feel the same on a wheel like they do, like the newer ones. And obviously, that's understood. I mean, you know, technology advances. This game is 23 years old now, which is crazy to think about. This game is only, you know, well, it'll be 2 years younger than me in a couple months, or next month actually, since I turn 25 next month. But it's crazy to think about when I was a kid and I learned the 25-year rule was a thing, and I used to obsess over R34 GTRs. I always looked forward to my 25th birthday because that would mean that R34 GTRs would be legal. And it's funny because now, like, I've gone full Euro, and you know, R34 GTR is up there in the cars I'd buy from Japan. There are other cars I'd rather wait for the 25-year rule on. I'd rather get a 964, like a European spec 964 911, or, you know, a proper European E36 M3 that had the real M3 engine instead of the garbage we got here that was diluted. Which is still a real M3. I will die on that hill, that even though it's dumbed down for the US, the E36 M3 we got was the real E36 M3. Like, the European one's, you know, obviously the better version of it, but I think, you know, the people who discount it as a real M car are just ridiculous. Oh, it doesn't have the European engine. It doesn't matter. It came with the M3 badge on the back, therefore it's an M3. Around the final corner here at Tokyo. And at some point, we'll be across the line. It's taking forever. And across the line, there we go. Another race win. I like that. That's good stuff. 3.5 second gap to the Initial D. Goodness gracious, the Initial D AE86. Just one more race to go here in the 80 Sports Car Cup. I don't think we're going to get that nice surprise car. The Beginner League events never gave good prize cars. Alright, here we go. Final race at Seattle. Another one of my favorite tracks in GT. And we are racing. That Miata was kind of shutting me down. I was going to go for the inside line, but I kind of got blocked. Alright, going on to the back straight here. Should be able to catch this A86 here pretty easily. And we are around them. I braked way too late. And I think the A86 is going to punish me for it, and he does. That was not great. I was on the brakes way too late there. And I definitely deserved that. If I ever came into like a ton of money, I would recreate this track somewhere, but I would get rid of the jumps on that straight and make it a normal like uphill straightaway. Because, you know, obviously most low slung like prototype race cars and like GT3 cars and stuff like that can't take that corner like that. Let's fight for the lead back here. We're gonna get it, and we're gonna make that overtake stick. He didn't really give me as much trouble as I thought he would. Come to the chicane here. On to the back straight. Let's fire on through. That was rough. Man, this guy is on me. I'm not going to lose this right here. Wow, he fired out there so fast. Doesn't make any sense. Goodness, that was rough. That was just rowdy. And across the line, that was kind of sketch there at the end. I guess I got a little comfortable and wasn't pushing very hard. A86 had some serious pace. Like, wow. Okay. Let's see what our prize card is. I don't expect it to be anything good. Is it a GTST? That's an FC. I mean, it's not bad. Question is it the turbo model? Because that will definitely help out a lot if it is. Let's see, is it? It is the turbo, thank goodness. A car that I know makes power, like pretty good, so this car might actually be a pretty good option going forward. Go ahead and do the oil change. Alright, well, kind of a interesting way to end this one off. I fully was intending to do the K-Car Cup, but did not expect to get kind of brick walled at the beginning there, and we wound up winning this RX-7 instead from the 80s Sports Car Cup. So this car might be what we focus our attention on, just because it's gonna have like a lot of the characteristics that Miata has. I mean, where's the weight at? I mean, 12 or well, I looked at the wrong thing. The 1,200 kilogram weight, which I think the Miata isn't too much lighter than that. It's 200 kilograms lighter. But even then, I mean, in comparison to, well, the S13 apparently weighs about the same. Okay, I did not expect that. But, well, I think my S13 has lightweight reduction and stuff. But anyway, I think that's all we're going to cover for this video. I think next time out, now that I have a little bit more cash, I'm going to spend it on that Daihatsu and try to win the K-Car Cup then. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much. I will see you guys next time. Have a great day.